Hey guys, what is up? Plastic Guy here, coming back with another figure review where today we're taking a look at another Infinity Saga Marvel Legends figure. Previously on the channel we did look at the Iron Man Mark III Marvel Legends. I did mention how I have Fat Thor, or I should say Endgame Thor, to be respectful to Thor there. And I do have the Iron Man 2-pack with Thanos. Those haven't arrived yet, but I did also pick up the Quicksilver from Age of Ultron. I remember sitting in the cinema watching Age of Ultron and thinking to myself, I need a figure of this Quicksilver character. And as soon as I left the cinema, I looked it up. There was no mention of any Quicksilver movie figures being made, apart from the likes of Hot Toys, and they are completely out of my budget, especially at that time. So my hopes just went right down, and then it was recently they announced that they were in fact releasing a Marvel Legends of Quicksilver. So as soon as they announced it, I had to hit that pre-order button, and he has finally arrived, and I am absolutely buzzing. I cannot wait to take a closer look at him, but before we do, guys, if you could do me a massive favour, hit that like button and make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Let me know what you guys think of this Quicksilver down in the comments below. Are you a bigger fan of the X-Men Quicksilver, or are you like me and really enjoyed Aaron Taylor Johnson's portrayal in Age of Ultron? Let me know what you guys think, but let's not wait any longer. Let's get into the video and take a closer look at Quicksilver. And here we have our Infinity Saga Quicksilver in his box, and it is a similar looking box to what we recently had a look at with the Iron Man Mark III Infinity Saga Marvel Legends figure. We took a look at that recently on the channel, so if you want to check that out, guys, feel free to hop on over to the channel page. But let's take a look at Quicksilver's box. Here we have Avengers Age of Ultron, Quicksilver, same here, Legends. We've got the display, which is looking pretty nice. We have the Infinity Saga here, Marvel Studios, Quicksilver. Then we have the same artwork down the side here. In fact, that might be a bit different to the Mark III Iron Man. I'm not too sure. I don't remember, but it looks pretty awesome nonetheless. And we get the Avengers logo at the bottom. Yeah, I really like the artwork on the side. And if I don't drop the box, we get the Age of Ultron poster on the back here. Really like this image, and we get a write-up about Quicksilver. So if you want to read that, hit the pause button now. Nothing really at the bottom of the box, so that means it's time to get him out and take a closer look at him. And here is Quicksilver out of his box, and he comes with a few accessories. We've got the interchangeable hands. Both of these are just the same for the alternative arm, and these look great. I'm definitely going to slot these in later on, but I really like the detail on there with the fabric over the hands. The fabric over your hands, the gloves as they're better known, and yeah, the two fingers, it looks really good. I really like it. And that is, I don't know if it's going to focus, there is some really nice detail on the fingers there. So I do like these alternative hands. We'll take a quick look at the other one, just to make sure there's nothing dodgy going on. The paint does look a bit worse on this one, but not too bothered. Nice texture detail on those gloves as well. So then we get these Ultron pieces, and this looks like his chest. Looks like an absolutely battered up chest, but looks good nonetheless. Really nice paint detail with the silver, the metallic look going on here. Really does look great. So I'm a fan of these wee pieces. This does just look like a big chunk of metal here, but then we get an arm, which really nice detail in this. Just looks nicely kind of damaged and torn and bent and all sorts, so I do like it. I like the bits up here, and yeah, nothing to really complain. This does look really great. And then we get the Ultron head, which is definitely my favourite out of the lot of scrap metal here. Looks like something out of Terminator Salvation or something like that. But yeah, really cool wee accessories we get, and I do like how we get 3 different parts of Ultron with this figure. So then we get Quicksilver himself, and in the product images for this figure, I did think the face sculpt looked a bit off, and the hair, if I'm being honest. The hair and the head sculpt, the whole thing just didn't really sell me. It didn't look that much like Aaron Taylor Johnson. The hair looks a bit odd, the way the paint's mixed in. But getting this figure in person, it does look a lot better than it did in the initial product images. When they did announce this figure, I was so buzzing either way, whether it was super accurate or not. I did really want to pick up an Age of Ultron Quicksilver because I really did just love the character, and the outfit and everything does look great. We'll take a closer look. But yeah, the head sculpt just fell a bit short for me. I still do feel like it has fallen a wee bit short, but yeah, it does look better in hand than I do believe it looks in the product images. It doesn't scream Aaron Taylor Johnson on camera here either, if I'm doing the figure justice, but in hand it does look that wee bit better. Yeah, the hair, I don't know what it is, it just does not look that great to me. It looks a bit clumpy, it looks a bit, I don't know, it doesn't look like the kind of highlights that you had in the movie, it just looks a bit off, but you know, it would do. And then the face itself, really nice paint there, the flesh tone and the eyes and the beard, I do think that looks pretty good. So yeah, I guess it's just to do with the sculpt a bit more than anything, but it's not too bad. And then we get the outfit that we see in Age of Ultron with Quicksilver, and I do really like it. We've got the blue and the silver running throughout this textured grey. Blue in the arms as well. Good pattern. It looks pretty screen accurate to me. I've not seen Age of Ultron in a while, but I do believe this looks really nice. And then we've got some trousers, and they've got some nice sculpted detail on them as well, or probably joggy bottoms better to describe them. But yeah, the bottom half here does look really nice with this textured detail and everything. And then I do love these trainers. These look like some great running shoes. I like the green at the bottom, and then we've got the grey, and they are pretty nicely sculpted as well. So lots of detail running throughout this sculpt, and I do love it. Just yeah, the things I said about the head sculpt are really my only gripe so far. So I do have one other Quicksilver figure in my collection, and it's this comic Quicksilver that I believe was from the Family 3-pack, and it had Magneto, Scarlet Witch, and this Quicksilver. I managed to pick him up loose on eBay, and I do think he looks really great. Lots of good paint detail, nice sculpt, great articulation. I just love that comic look, and yeah, I do love this guy. There we go, Aaron Taylor Johnson's falling over. I did pick this up because I was such a fan of Aaron Taylor Johnson in the movie. I loved this Quicksilver, but there just wasn't a movie Quicksilver out there, so I did pick up the comic one, and now I'm really happy to have both in the collection. Probably try and get this guy in a similar running pose to the comic one. So I had to put brother and sister side by side, and I was dreading it because if you've seen my video on the Scarlet Witch, I could not get her to stand. I'm finding that a bit more easy now, and these two look great next to one another. I do really like how these two look, and yeah, I'm definitely going to display them side by side. I think these two figures are really great Marvel Legends. And just for another MCU comparison, I've grabbed the Loki figure, he was close by. And yeah, I think this head sculpt pretty much screams Tom Holland, Tom Hiddleston. This one, I'm going to say, this one does look a lot better off camera. But yeah, it just doesn't look as accurate to the actor as the likes of Loki does. I definitely do think the best head sculpt so far has been Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. And, well, I've went over the Robert Downey Jr. ones in previous videos. I cannot wait for that Thanos 2-pack. Marvel Legends are absolutely smashing the sculpts of these figures. I mean, the bodies are always great, and the head sculpts are just getting better and better. And I know I've said it just numerous times, but it just seems to be missing the mark that tiny wee bit with this Quicksilver figure. So to run over the articulation of Quicksilver, he can look right up. He's actually got a similar kind of joint situation to the retro carded Spider-Man when we looked at him on the channel. He's got a wee gap in the neck, so you can get the head looking right up, and you can rotate that all the way around, pivot about and things. So that is a great range of movement there. Get his arm, about that far up without taking it out of the bicep swivel here. He's got double jointed elbows. He is a bit stiff just coming out of the box, but you can get his arm right in, and that's not even with that bit bending, but there we go. We can move the wrist backwards and forwards all the way round. Same articulation in this arm. He's got this kind of diaphragm joint here at the upper ab area. You can rotate him at the waist. You can get his legs kicking about that far forward, go about that far back, kick about that far out. He's got double jointed knees, so you can get his foot right the way back. Get the feet moving. Oh, it's getting caught a bit on that gene there, but it will move forward. I need to kind of pop it in. I'll move about that far forward at the moment. I did think it got a wee bit further. Oh, a bit further forward. But that far back, you can get a good range of pivot as well. And there we have it for this Quicksilver Marvel Legends figure. And yeah, I've said everything that I feel like I need to say on it. I do really like him. I think he does look great. I think he is a good representation of Quicksilver from Age of Ultron. I just think that head sculpt misses the mark just a wee toty bit, and he's fallen over. That just gave me some horrible flashbacks from Age of Ultron, but he is alive and he is well right in front of us in figure form. Yeah, the head sculpt just misses the mark a wee bit. I do wish it looked a tad more like Aaron Taylor Johnson, but as I said, in person he does. I don't know what it is, the camera and the product images just didn't really pick it up as well as it does in person. So for that reason, with the accessories that he does come with and alternative hands, I do think he's a great figure, but I want to know what you guys think down below. So let me know, do you agree with what I said? Do you disagree with anything I've said? Are you going to pick Quicksilver up, or have you already got him? Let me know down in the comment section, guys. And while you're down there, if you want to do me a massive favour, hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button for future videos on figures such as Quicksilver right here. As I've said previously, I do have the Iron Man and Thanos 2-pack pre-ordered, as well as Fat Thor, and both those Marvel Legends figures look absolutely fantastic. Cannot wait to get them in hand and make some videos on them when they arrive. I'll also leave the link to my Instagram down in the description below, so feel free to go and check that out. I'll definitely post some pictures of Quicksilver up there. But until next time, guys, as always, I'll catch yous on the flip-flop later. Cheers.